It's about the message of uniting people through music and getting everyone to kind of like work together to bring down and break down those barriers.
It's such a different, unique, fresh idea that, you know, that can bring all the young people in the whole of Haringey together, not just the NDC area.
This is the future. This is what we need in order to awaken the consciousness of our young people.
LBP Unites album, I don't know, it brings everyone together in a positive way so everyone can put their experience and their feelings about music on the album.
I think it's a good thing that basically putting this album together and trying to show the positiveness that are positive people out there with positive lyrics and, you know, trying to live that positive life, yeah. And I think it's worth it.
Being part of it and making this album is an important thing because we're trying to unite not just our community but different communities, and whether it's people from Edmonton or Green or other parts of London, I think it's important because there's so much going on with this turf war and postcodes and different type of things, and I think we need to change that, and I think the only way we could do that is by uniting. Hence the reason Unite.
Young people are saying that, you know, there's a lot of kind of like barriers in the sense of like, if I live here or you live there, then you could be my enemy. The whole thing that they call postcode rivalry. And like this album that, you know, Let's Be Positive came up with was like, you know what, come on, let's try and tackle this issue. Let's try and break down this barrier. Let's get people from all over Haringey to kind of like donate music that kind of like talks about the issues, but saying that, you know, that we can be united, that we can be one.
There is nothing more powerful than music, is there? It's the universal language, cliche or no cliche. Wherever you land in the world, there is one thing that can unify people, and that is fantastic music. It goes to our heart and to our soul. And so the use of music in this context is the most intelligent way of reacting to our environment, because people will listen even if they do not want to. It will sink into their inner psyche even if they don't want to.
The way society is quite divided, and I think that this project is a good way to bring some people together and to help promote positivity and to help promote uniting more people together.
I like this project for the fact that it's standing up and acknowledging that there are differences and looking for the similarities as well as outlining the differences. I think they're very important. It's important to see myself as different to yourself, but also to look at where we're the same, and music is one important tool that can help to do that.
Everyone can relate to music. Everyone can relate to something that goes on in music, whether it's, I know, rapping about love, about you know anything really. So I think music can bring lots of people together, lots of different types of people together. It's like a common ground, basically.
It's obvious that there are positive youngsters or people out there, but it's not always pushed or shown to people in general. And to find another network, you know, just a network of young positive people out there that are just making a difference, spreading a good word through their work, through their fundraising, through their ideas, through their message. It makes me so happy, I can't even tell you. I'm just over the moon, really. It's fantastic, it really is.
The LBP Unites album means a lot to me because we're part of LBP from the beginning, and so it's nice to see that we're now moving on to not just a small group of people but reaching out to all people in Haringey and hear what they want to say, and the fact that loads of young people are actually taking part and it's a positive thing. It makes me feel proud, and it shows that we're more than just like, you know, kids that make trouble sometimes, you know. So it means a lot.
It's good for me to be able to be inspiring, like speaking wise. Like I know a lot of them will listen to my music, but like actually being able to hear me talk and say, listen, look, let's try and unite and let's keep it, you know what I'm saying, all love. Music is what's bringing us together, and the music can bring us together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that I'm a part of it, you know. I always feel that it's right to give back, especially if people are going to listen to my opinion and are going to listen to what I've got to say.
The aim of the project and the aim of the album is so honourable. It's to send out a message to people in the area, in Haringey, that this kind of internal, I don't know, this internal war, these battles that are pulling us down and destroying our children at the root are really quite futile.
Because you're from a specific area, being in another area is kind of like, it's forbidden. But that's not how it's meant to be, really and truly. I think it's just stupid the way that people are fighting over postcodes and taking away other people's lives. There's no meaning, there's no meaning.
To me, it's a load of rubbish, yeah, because we're all from London, born, bred, raised, whatever, coming in from London, from different countries. We're one. I don't see the point of dividing up even more than what we already are. Do you know what I mean? We're already looked down upon by the upper class people and see the ghetto youths. But so we have to come together as a family, a London family, rather than dividing ourselves.
This postcode thing, I mean, I don't really mind who I do track with, as long as basically when I do track with them, I'm going to come with my own vibe. You understand? I'm going to be positive straight up.
Music is a wonderful catalyst for a debate around these issues. It's a wonderful, it goes straight to the bloodstream because you hear the beat and you start to nod. But actually this does more than that. This gets you in a rhythmical way, but the lyrics attack the brain. And I think that's wonderful. It's a wonderful and uplifting project.
With the music that we try to do with the young people is just getting to make positive music, and that could be about making a change in your community, and that can be about, you know, just making real good old-fashioned music that make people want to get up and dance, that make people feel good, that make people think.
All the arts, and music especially, is a really powerful medium to get your point across and to inspire people. I mean, music's proven through the ages to make a big difference to people. It can make you angry, it can make you happy, it can make you hyper, and it can make you sad. So it's such a great way to use in order to push a positive vibe across to people.
You've got music that will calm you, and you've got music that will get you joyful. You've got music that will soothe you therapeutically. It can decrease your blood pressure. It can affect your energy, even your digestion. So music affects people in different ways. And in terms of uniting, it definitely can unite. And this is what this project is about, uniting people, people coming together and showing that there is love in the community.
Music is a beautiful thing, but unless it's allied to social change and some sort of social initiative, if you look at the great leaders, the Aretha Franklins, the Nina Simones or the Stevie Wonders, they're all active in their communities, they're all directly involved in the politics of the time. So it wasn't all just about doing a gig and getting loads of props and getting money and stuff. They were actually contributors and workers. Sam Cooke's another example, very politically active. So if this project can be a part of inspiring people to get involved in their local community as well as make some music, well then music's really the icing on a very nice cake.
It's just the way. I think music's probably it's going to be probably the most positive, inspiring way in order to help people unite.
And the song what I've decided to give is called Cycle, and it's just me explaining the cycle of the life cycle what the teenagers are wrapped up in right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to say, let's break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? So when you listen to the song, you know what I mean? I'm just hoping that a lot of people are going to realise like this postcode thing is not too major all the time, you know what I'm saying? And like, just because he lives there and he lives there, you know what I'm saying, there shouldn't be a direct problem all the time. So hopefully it'll work. Not everything's going to change everything in a day, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to help. If it even changes one person's view of things, then it's worked, you know what I'm saying? But let's just add a couple O's to the one and try and make it 100 or 1,000 or, you know what I'm saying?
It's fantastic to have younger people, you know, sort of the voice of the future, looking at something that's positive and not negative with bad imagery and messages being sent out there. It's really good to have a balance in media, so that people can see both sides of things and just see there is another way, that it doesn't have to be negative, you don't have to be hurting people and causing pain in order to get somewhere, and it's just such an amazing thing to be involved with.
I'm hoping that people will see how brilliant this project is and not just enjoy the music and the message, but see, like these are young people trying to address a problem in a really fun, entertaining and yet educational way. And I hope from the highest of the high to the lowest of low, people can understand and appreciate the music that we put together.
It shows that young people like them are doing something with their life. They're actually, like doing something constructive, something that they spend time with writing. Music is not easy. You sitting down for hours, writing, producing, getting to the studio and recording the actual material. It's a lot of process. So it will be kind of like a motivation to other young people that, right, it's young and I'm young as well, so if we can do it, I can do it too.
Hopefully we can come together as a people to share our lyrics, our skills and abilities, and be stronger rather than spit negativity and be weaker.
RDA, où fue, était là.